Okay, we are live on Facebook right now on our studio page. Hi, we are excited tonight. We are live with Champion Enterprises. We are leaders in excellence. We're excited to be here with you tonight. We're cooking in the kitchens all across Northeast Ohio tonight. And super excited about being our champion barbecue. And so we're going to make some really cool dishes tonight in your kitchens. And we are going to have some fun. We like to give away stuff. And so be ready tonight because we're going to give away some fun gifts and we like to play trivia. And so you'll want to stay tuned tonight to get a chance to win. Now, if you're a guest here for the first time ever at one of our fun trivia games, you're going to have a chance to win. So if you're a guest with us, period, you have a chance to win. If you're a host, you have a chance to win. And so if you're a host, put in the chat, hey, I'm a host. And so we put you in a drawing for free Tupperware. And if you're a guest, put in the chat, I'm a guest. So you have a chance to win free Tupperware. And then all night long, we'll have trivia games that all of our hosts and guests can also win with as well. So we want to give you a chance to win free Tupperware. And so we're going to give you lots of chances to win because this is a party. All right. And so Tupperware celebrating our 75th birthday. And we are very proud of that. And 75 years of actually having a real lead in the business world in Tupperware and the successes we've had in leading businesses and, helping women start businesses. And we're very proud of that. And Brownie Wise was the very first Tupperware woman, and she started with having huge success in the business years ago, 75 years ago. And, when she started, she was actually selling fuller brushes. And she had actually ran into somebody selling Tupperware and found it in the hardware stores and realized that she could sell more Tupperware than she could her brushes and ended up selling actually the One Delir Bowl and was so proud of the One Delir Bowl and started selling them door to door like she was her brushes. Was selling so many that she turned around and started selling them in party plan. And it started because she was selling so many, and her friends would say, "Well, wait, I'm going to get some friends over because they want to see it too." And so it turned into a party plan instead of just door to door. Long story short, that's where the party plan came in, and huge success with Brownie Wise. And she was a wise woman, knew where to store her brownies. Da-da-da. Okay. But still today, that round seal is still so popular. You know why our round seal is so popular and so cool? It's so very cool. Well, it is because it's airtight and liquid tight, right? Well, you know what? I will tell you that we're very proud of that round seal still today. And it was actually designed off of the paint can. It's actually a reverse paint can. If you look at it, you're like, you're right. Because if you look at that round seal from Tupperware and you stare at it for a minute, you can see that it's reversed of a paint can. And it works still today the same as it did years and years ago. And it's really, truly an amazing design and how it keeps moisture locked in and not leaking. And so we're so proud of it. And we really do have a phenomenal lifetime guarantee on our products still today. And if you're not aware of that, make sure you talk to your Tupperware lady. If it ever cracks, split, peels, chips, or breaks, we're able to get that replaced for you. And that is really cool. So as we get through our demos tonight and you see the product, you may see a little that you want, and that's okay. You want to purchase it from your Tupperware lady, or Tupperware man. You may see a lot that you want, and therefore you might want to have a Tupperware party, or you may see a whole lot that you want, and therefore you might want to join our team. And when you join our team, it's a really cool company of friends, and you will find out right away that in this business, they say, if you do this, we'll give you this. And if you do this, we'll give you this. And if you do this, we'll give you this. And it's a motivational sales company. And so if you like to get excited about your job, you might want to join our team. And if you like to love your business and love the people you work with, you might want to join our team. And if you really love being appreciated, you might want to join our team. But if you really just want to get some Tupperware and you just want to have a great discounted price, you know what? Have a Tupperware party. And if you just want to get in and see some fun recipes and have fun with us, then just come and meet us every single month at our cooking demonstrations. We do it twice a month, and it's every the first and the third Tuesdays every week, and it's Cooking with Champions, and you can find us right here at 8 o'clock. And so talk to your Tupperware rep about it, and you're going to find us right here. Our first cooking demo tonight is going to be a very fun lady. Her name is Lydia Sutliff, and she has got the most impressive pasta potato salad. And we're going to turn it right over to Lydia. She is a star director with our team. You're going to be very impressed with her because she does like all of it at one time in this really phenomenal product. And I'm going to let her tell you all about it. Take it away, Lydia.
Hey, everybody. Okay, I am going to show you our 4-in-1 multi-cooker this evening. So this thing's pretty cool because it's called a multi-cooker because you can cook multiple ways in it. So you get a bowl, and this bowl you can cook pasta in it. Okay, there's lines in the middle where to put your pasta, how full to make your water, and it will go into your microwave, no cover. Okay, your pasta will cook perfect every time. Now, if you want to use a steamer and steam your food, you'll put some water in the bottom. This has metal encased in the middle of it, in the colander. So you'll put your meat or your veggies or whatever you want to steam in here. There's a second basket. So if you want to maybe put your meat in here and put your veggies in on the top, or vice versa, it's your choice. Then you can do a couple of different things at the same time, all steaming. And then you have your cover that is shielded as well. There's metal inside, and that goes on top. So now your food is truly steaming in the microwave. There's no microwaves touching your food because it's bouncing off of the sides, it's bouncing off of the top, it can't go in. And then it's boiling the water at the bottom and truly steaming your food, which is really a very, very healthy way to cook. Okay. Now, if you would like to have a rice maker, okay, a rice cooker, then you can put your rice and your water in the bottom of here, just according to your directions. And then you have this little tray that goes on top, and you'll see a couple little holes in here. If you can see them, I'm not sure. So this will go on top of here, handles up. Okay, what's going to happen is as your rice is cooking, your starch is coming up through and it's collecting on this little tray up here. So your rice is going to be much better, less gummy and sticky. And then your cover goes on top and it just snaps down. And when you want to make sure that your handles are lined up, because when you take this out of the microwave to open it up, you need to press down on these and it'll pop the seal up. Okay, if you have it on the side, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do. So make sure you're over top of the handles. All right, there's also vents in the top of this cover. Okay, so then you have perfect rice every time. All right, so what I'm using this evening is the base, and I'm using the shielded colander, and I'm using the shielded cover. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use the bottom of this. Instead of just putting water in there, I am also going to add some pasta, some little bow ties of pasta. So I'm going to put those in there. Then I'm going to put my bowl down inside, and I am going to add 2 eggs. That's right, eggs in their shell. Okay, eggs in here, and then chop up potatoes. And put those in here on top and in the microwave for 18 minutes. Through the magic of television or Zoom, I have one that I just pulled out of the microwave. All right, so as you can see, when you open this, and I already opened it, but when you open this, always make sure that you open it away from yourself. You can still see the steam coming out of there. If you don't, you will have a facial. Okay, one you may not be ready for. Okay, so now in the bottom of this, check it out. There's my pasta. Okay, so pasta in the bottom here, the little bow ties. Okay, and then Here's my potatoes, okay? And I'm gonna put those down in here. And check it out, there's the eggs. And they're hot. So I am going to just grab them out of here. Okay, in there. And my potatoes are going down in here. So you can use this bowl as your bowl to mix your salad in as well. Okay, so you can do it all in one. All right, now it's good if you want to serve this warm, you can do it like right now. If you want to have it a cold salad for later, you can let it cool down and then mix it up if you like. So your eggs, very hot. So I'm going to try and peel these very quickly here to just show you that they really are hard boiled and they're too hot. Okay, so I will let that cool a little bit before I do that. But then I'm just going to chop them up, add them to my potatoes and my pasta. And then I am going to add, you can add mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, whichever you choose. My husband refuses to eat mayonnaise, so we use Miracle Whip. Okay, so I have a big jar here. You don't need all of this much, but if a regular, like a quart-sized jar, you pretty much need the whole thing. Okay, and you can use a spatula or these plastic containers. You can just squeeze them, and it's much quicker than a spatula. Okay, and then in our counterscapes, I add some salt, and that can be according to taste. And I'm going to add some pepper. Okay. Again, according to taste, whatever that you like. Okay. So, and these little, a little bit more salt. Okay, so these little spoons will snap right back down in here, and they'll store there, and they're there for you the next time that you need them. These are beautiful on your countertop for anything and everything, from your spices to candies and nuts and all kinds of things like that. They look really, really pretty. To stack them up and use them as a display as well. Okay. All right. So now you can add to this, you can add olives if you like, you can add bacon bits, you can add celery if you want to, you can add whatever that you like to this. I kind of make it pretty plain a lot of times. So this is all that you're going to do is just mix it up in here. And our handy spatula, this new spatula is awesome. If you haven't tried it yet, you need to get it and try it. Okay. So just mix this up. And I am going to add the eggs whenever they cool down a little bit. I am going to add them in here. Normally they would be in here already. Okay.
Lydia, we can come back to you.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine. Okay. We want to see those eggs anyways.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty,
Doing a great job. And that's so pretty. You know, your dress matches your product tonight. Awesome. Awesome. So we have our first trivia question. I hope that all of our guests right now are already putting in there that I'm a guest tonight. So we have you in our drawing for our guest drawing and who you're a guest with. And also all of our hostesses are putting in there, hey, I'm a host, and who you're a host with tonight, because we want you to make sure that we have you in our host drawing too, because we have both. We have a host drawing and a guest drawing, and we want you in our host drawing and our guest drawing if you are a host or a guest. All right. Now, you don't have to be a first-time host. I accidentally said that. And you don't have to be a first-time guest. If you're a multiple guest or a multiple host and you've been a host before, it's okay. You're still allowed to be a host, all right? So we want you in your drawing. You deserve it, all right? Especially if you've been a host before. You deserve it more. All right, and so our first trivia question is, how often is there a Tupperware party in this world, this crazy world we live in? How often is there a Tupperware party? We want to know. So answer if you're a guest or a host. Tupperware ladies, do not answer. You cannot win. If you're a guest or a host, go ahead and answer that trivia question. And so we'll find out our first person to answer it right is our winner. And Jenny is the one that's watching that, and she will let us know later who our winner is. And so we can send you a gift, okay? And next we're going to turn it over to Lori Morris. She is a star director with us, and she's in our kitchen ready to cook up some Gouda burgers. Is that what you're making tonight, Lori Morris?
It is, Pam Clift. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Hi everybody, I'm Lori, and I'm gonna make, I've already made, so the magic of television is gonna show you immediately what I'm making, but it's a Gouda burger with onion and tomato jam. And when I first heard that, I thought, okay, that's kind of weird, but all right. So if you've never had smoked Gouda cheese, you should try it because I went to the store today and he let me sample it and it was very good. So I got it sliced. If you've never had smoked Gouda, it's got a little bit of a stronger smell, but it's not what I pictured. So that is what's going to go on the burger. So I started with really lean meat and I started with 4 patties, but I have one finished to show you and I have one in the grill to kind of finish. So I'll be cooking these other 2. You can use your hamburger press. It makes them 1/4 pound, but sometimes I like to just split the meat in 4ths and then form them with my hands and kind of make a little well in the center. Our grill is perfect for grilling burgers because when you put them on the grill outside, I notice they shrink. Does anybody ever see that it shrinks down to like a hockey puck? If your husband overcooks things, mine doesn't, but if he overcooks things, it shrinks. There's no shrinkage in the grill. So I made these in the grill, but all I did is I always put salt and pepper in my meat. And since this is a smoked Gouda, there's the paprika. So I added paprika to the top of the burger. And I always add Montreal seasoning. My Tupperware girlfriend, turned me on to Montreal steak seasoning. So I put it in my meat and on my steaks, and it's perfect. So that you can season your meat however you want. That's just what's in here. Okay. So then I took out my speedy mando. Now everyone that's in Tupperware, we know we have this big mandolin and it's amazing. I love it. It cuts 8 different ways. But when I'm making something like this, I want my small mando. Okay. So this is it. It's got a handle. You can lock the top on when you turn it a certain way, like here, it'll lock so you won't cut yourself. And you turn it a 1/4 turn and it'll slice. And everything you want to slice goes into this little cup. So I took an onion, just a regular yellow onion, and I used our serrated knife. All of our knives have the sheath on it to keep them sharp. So I just cut it in 4ths, and I'm going to just show you how you would cut this. So you could do it over a bowl. I'm going to do it over a cutting board. Okay. And it's an amazing thing. You could do it over a bowl. You could do it over your pot. I like to use this when I'm using that hard root. I can't think of the name of not fennel, but ginger root. When I use ginger root, I use that. I love to use this for that. So it's just a 1/2 an onion. I see comments popping up. I'm sorry, I can't read those. Someone else will be watching those and answer them. But it shaves it really, really quickly. Okay. So I just did a 1/2 an onion in like as long as it took me to talk. And you'll see how really thin they are. Look at how thin it cuts them up. So I just used a 1/2 an onion. And then I took a Roma tomato, and I'm going to do this because I have 2 more burgers to make for Dwayne when he comes home. So when I originally cooked it, which I'll show you, I just kind of cut it into, I don't know, I don't want to say 8ths, but I didn't chop it. I didn't have to chop it because as you as you cook it on the stove, it kind of like melts together with your onions to make your jam. So these are the ingredients for your jam. And I put them in so I'm going to move this out of the way because I only have so much space. So we have onions and tomatoes. You put it in our Chef Series cookware. And this is the sawtooth pan I'm going to show you. You add a little bit of sugar. I think it's a 1/2 tablespoon if you're using
for 2 servings or a whole tablespoon. You add a little bit of chicken stock and a little bit of water, and you just let it cook down. And it probably took maybe about 8 minutes, and it made a jam. So let me show you. Here is my favorite pan. I have more than one of these. I'm not going to say how many I have. I love this pan. I cook everything in it. Everything from pasta to meat to whatever. So here is your jam. So 8 minutes, you're going to just keep stirring it on low heat, and it's going to make what we call our jam. And I added a little paprika to it as well. Okay. So I took that and I put it into I put our burger into our grill. So while you're making the jam, do your burger. I only did 3 minutes on this burger on a hot grill. The first one I did 3 minutes. I flipped it over and I did 2. So when you have a hot grill, if you're doing more than 2 burgers, say you're doing 4, let the grill work for you, because the overcooking, when you put the top on and let it just cook, also adds cooking time to it. So this burger, I really only cooked 3 minutes. So using our Micro Pro grill, and I know Ellen's going to use it for our chicken, so she'll probably talk about how it works. But the channels around the outside catch all of the grease and all the stuff you don't want to cook your burger in. And if this were still hot, I would take 2 pieces of cheese, the smoked Gouda, and I would move the top from grill position into our casserole position, and it would melt. It would melt instantly. So I have my Gouda in our stackable. So that's what happens with that. And then when you put it all together, you can take like a regular bun. You can use a potato bun. You can use a pretzel bun, whatever you want to use. You can toast it up in the oven, and you make a sauce for it. And all the sauce is 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip, mayonnaise. And one of my customers really loves Duke's. Does anybody use Duke's mayonnaise? I saw it at the store today and I bought it. It's more for the Southern people, but I found it at Meijer. Duke's mayonnaise and sour cream with a little paprika. Again, the paprika. Duke's. Ellen likes Duke's. I've never had it, but my customers were going crazy about Duke's, so I got some. So you mix it together. So that's your sauce. And Amy's coming up next with curly fries, and you can dip your curly fries into this sauce. But what I did is I toasted my bun and I put it on the bun, and I added the jam to the burger with the Gouda cheese melted on it. And there is your burger with your sauce on the side, waiting for Amy's curly fries to come. But it's really a simple recipe, and it's super, super good. So we'll post it, and I hope you guys try it. It's no better way to make a burger than in your kitchen on a hot day like this. You don't even heat it up. So that's all. So enjoy.
All right. Thank you. That was awesome. That was delicious. Oh, yes. I love Duke's mayonnaise. I am a Southern girl, though. And I do love my Duke's mayonnaise. Yum. In fact, before we could get it locally, we used to get it on Amazon. That was way back. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Really? I mean, I really like the way it tastes, but they're all from like Louisiana. They're like, oh, I never eat anything but Duke's. Yep. So I found it today. I was so excited.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Thank you. Excellent job. And yes, that is smoked Gouda's good stuff too. That makes a burger. Makes it talk. Yay. All right. And so, yes, you know what, Lydia, you ready for us to come back to you? How are those eggs looking? Let's go back to Lydia so she can go on with her amazing potato salad. Thank you, Lydia. We're on.
Okay. So here is one of the eggs.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Okay. The other one I already chopped up, but you're just going to, peel it and chop it however that you like. I'm using our chef knife. I love this chef knife. Okay. And when you go to use your knife, the proper way to hold it is your forefinger and your thumb at the end of the blade, and the rest of your hand, your fingers underneath, you have a lot more control of your blade chopping than if you just hold the handle. It's a lot looser for you, and you have a better chance of cutting yourself, which you don't want to do. Okay. But I love, love, love our knives. And like Lori said, they come in the shield so that it will protect them for you. And I just did this on this because I didn't pull out a. You can add crab meat to this. Like I said, you can add bacon bits. You can add olives. You can add celery. You can add peppers. You can add whatever you want to add to your potato salad. But you have all this yumminess in here. So quick, so easy. There's no standing over the stove waiting for the pot to boil with your potatoes and then waiting for those to cook. They're all done 18 minutes. Your potatoes, your eggs, and your pasta all done at the same time. And then you're also preparing it in the same bowl. So it's saving you cleanup time, it's saving you dishes, and all of that. So,
All right, 18 minutes and done.
yes.
Bam.
Potato salad.
Yay, that looks amazing. Thank you so much, Lydia. All right, now we're going to go to Amy. Amy is making for us some curly fries, sweet potato curly fries. Thank you. Take it away, Amy.
Yeah, so I'm making, sweet potato curly fries. It's so easy. And what I love is I'm using our spiralizer. So the spiralizer, it actually comes with 3 different attachments. So tonight I'm using the thicker spiral for the noodle, but it does have a thinner noodle, and then it does have a ribbon as well. So, and what's really nice is that they lock together when you're not using them. So you can just lock them together. Now you do gotta be careful, sharp on the inside. All right, so I always lock them up so my kiddos can't play with them. But anyway, so we are using this, and it's really fun. And I am using one of our That's bowls. This is my favorite bowl, is our That's bowl. And this particular size, you can only get 2 ways. You can post, and you can use this and get this for your thank you gift, or 2, you can join us. And I think that we're going to be talking about this later. But so 2 ways right now to get this exact size, and the red too. So this actually holds 12 cups. I love this size of a bowl. It's great for mixing like your cake mixes up. It's great for doing your noodles in when you're using your spiralizer. It's also great for your zucchinis. So we do a lot of zucchini, and we shred the zucchini. We do it right in this bowl. And then guess what? You have to get some of that extra juice out, but then you can mix up your mix in here for your zucchini breads and muffins and cakes and all those fun things. All right, so, and it does have the nice handle on the side, so you can hold that, or you can use that handle for your spatula when you're stirring it up. You can put it right down the side of there, and so it's not going anywhere. So isn't that kind of cool? I like that. But I really use it for my kiddos. They put their hand on that and they hold on to that. They know they have to hold on to the handle and then stir. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this going. Now the base, it has a suction on the bottom. This part never goes into the dishwasher. All right, so but it does go on your countertops, and you want to make sure that you have a nice smooth countertop for it to go onto, and it's not going to budge. All right, so then you put the bowl right under it, and on the inside, I'll show you on this, on the inside of the attachment, there's a little hole, and it's like a little pokey thing. So I actually poke my potato into that, and then I know it's centered. So I have one large sweet potato, and I think I'm actually doing this kind of backwards, but we're gonna try it out anyway because of the angle that I'm on. All right, so bear with me. And so then this part has little sharp edges that are going to jam into the other end of the potato to keep it, just to like lock it in. All right, so you push that on, and then you turn this little handle, and then this is the easy part. You just turn the handle. It's so easy, and you have little rings. Now sometimes they come out really small like this, like a little half moon, or sometimes they come out really long, like the whole potato. And so I can remember we're at our studio and somebody made a really, really long noodle and they were jumping rope with it. It was that long. So what you could do is you could just let it keep going and going and going, and then you have really long noodles like that. Or you could just break them off, and it breaks off really easily on here. Or you can use our kid shears for nice. But you know what? I'm all for less cleanup, and so you have to just pull it off. All right, and then once it's done, so I have my whole potato, and once it's done, it actually unlocks itself. So you pull it out, and then you have just the little nubby thing left. I just toss it in with the rest of it. All right, and then unlock this. And I'm gonna set that aside, and then you're gonna see, look at all of that, and that was really quick and easy, right? And so you can either use canola oil, you can use olive oil. I'm doing this new thing this week, this month, where I'm using coconut oil. So we have two tablespoons of coconut oil, and I get it in the solid, so I have to melt it, and so I melt it just like I melt my butters in our micro pitcher. This thing is amazing in your microwave, and it has the bottom part that I actually use tonight. It has 2 cups, or the top also has 1. So you actually have 2 pitchers in one, but I always just put it in the bottom because it sets better in the microwave. But it's really nice. And then we have the little smidget. Do you know about this guy? If you don't, you need to ask your consultants about it. All right. So in here, I have all my spices. So there is some cayenne pepper. There's some seasoned salt, or not seasoned salt, but some Himalayan pink salt and some garlic powder. And so those are it. They're just some spices, the coconut oil, and the potato, and then you just shake it. It's so easy, and this part is so much fun for the kids. They love it, and you don't have to worry about the seal flying off and stuff flying all over the place, because you know what? It's in our Tupperware bowl, and it has our Tupper seal on it, so it's nice, and it's not going anywhere. All right, so then you're gonna take your grill, which, hello, it's amazing. Lori just made us a yummy burger in here, and we're just gonna throw it in here because the bottom has the heat plate that's gonna heat up really nice. And so we have lots of potatoes in here. I'm only gonna put about half of them in for now, because when you put them in here, well, that's a really long one. Those are the fun ones for the kids. All right, so, but when you put them in, you want to kind of have them spread out a little bit and not big. Look at that one. This one's nice and fun. Yeah, they're nice and fun. And when you put them in, you want to make sure that you're not piling them on top of each other, because when you pile it all on top of each other, it's not going to fry up like a French fry. Okay, and I'm just going to use my washcloth because they're a little oily, and I'm going to put the grill, the lid, right on top. All right, so we have those in there, a nice even row. We're going to put them in the microwave and on high for 7 to 10 minutes. So it depends on your microwave how long, but just check it every once in a while. Put it in the oven if you want them crispier on our Ultra Pro lid, and then they come out nice and crispy and crunchy, and they are delicious and super easy. So I put these in the oven at like 350 for about 20 minutes, and then they come out crispier. But if you want them, if you don't want them so crispy, then just eat them out of the pan or the grill the way they are. And sometimes we have to eat them with a fork because they're not as crunchy as a French fry.
Excellent.
Yes.
Woohoo. All right. All right. So we have another trivia question. Are you ready for another trivia question? All right. So our next trivia question is, How many countries is Tupperware sold in? So Campion Tupperware to get the answer. How many countries right now is Tupperware sold in the world? Ooh. Hey, how many countries? Hey guys, did you know that right now Champion Enterprises is number 5 in North America, and we're currently number 101 in the world. All Tupperware businesses in the world, we are ranked number 101 in the world. As we get ready to go to our next amazing demonstrator, as she gets ready, I just want to tell you, as you're looking over things and seeing things, your Tupperware catalog is loaded with what our hosts can get for free. And this is our host page. And if you look inside this host page, you're going to see the red bowl that Amy was showing you. And it's just one of several choices that you can get for being a host. And you also get to choose a half price item according to your total volume sales. When you actually have a Tupperware party of $200 or more, you get your first item for half price. And all the way up to $1,000 Tupperware party, you get 3 items for half price. And that's quite fun. 50% off any item or set in the Tupperware catalog. Over and above that, you're going to start earning free host dollars that you can spend on anything you want in the Tupperware catalog, which is quite fun. Or you can choose the host bonus gifts. Now, the host bonus gifts are combination sets that Tupperware has put together for you that you can choose that are valued much higher than the retail value of the host dollar sets that it would host dollars that would cost you. So you always get pampered when you have a Tupperware party. We like to treat you very extra special. Now we're going to turn it over to our 5-star director, Ellen Lewis, for a very special demonstration. And you are going to be wowed by this special lady, and she is going to make you some garlic chicken. Ellen, take it away.
No pressure, no pressure. Okay, so I am going to make a grilled chicken, right? Very simple, basic grilled chicken, but I'm going to make a garlic aioli sauce to go with it. So for those of you that are Clevelanders, right, there is Joe's Deli in the Rocky River, Fairview area, right? And they have the most amazing chicken wrap that I used to love to indulge in before I got diagnosed with celiac. And they use like this garlic, I don't know if it is an aioli, but it is so good, this garlic mayo-y sauce that they put on it. And oh my God, I dip fries in it. It was amazing. And this is the closest thing that I've found to that. So I'm really excited. So in our house, we use a lot of, like when we do burgers and things like that, we do that Gouda burger with the jam and stuff. We make that, you know, we like to take something sort of basic, like a burger or a chicken or whatever, and we add different sauces to it or different seasonings to just, you know, spice it up. So it's not really about complicated recipes in our house. It's about what you're going to add to the basic recipes, right? So the first thing we're going to do is I am going to heat up this grill. So a couple of people have used our amazing grill, and the thing that's kind of cool about it, and some of them mentioned, is that you can use it like in a casserole position, or you can use it like a press. And this is heavy. If you've ever used a grill press, my previous life was in restaurants, and we would use a grill press to press on the bacon. If somebody wanted crispy bacon, right? You take, there's almost like a brick, right? You take it and you just set it right on top. That's kind of how this feels. Okay. So think about that when you're thinking, when they talk about using it in the sort of grilling position. All right. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heat it up. They do advise that you heat it up for about 2 minutes, and they recommend you can put like some veggies in there for 2 minutes. When we first got the grill, they were like, put a slice of bread in there, and I was like, no thanks, because if I do, then I can't eat anything that comes out of it. So I am going to put a slice of bread in there, but I'm using gluten-free. All right, so this is a gluten-free like ciabatta bun or ciabatta bun, however you want to pronounce it, right? And I'm just going to cut it. And so for those of you know anybody in your life that's gluten-free, these are amazing. It is the problem with gluten-free is the bread and the cakes and whatnot, they have a tendency to be really dense. And you see all the holes in this? Oh my goodness, delicious. It was a happy day when I found these. So I'm gonna heat up my grill, and I'm just gonna put these face down in the grill, right? And I could put it in the press position, but I don't want them smushed, right? So I'm just going to put it in the casserole position. That way they'll be toasty on the front. I love a good toasty bun. And that was something that was so disappointing when I got diagnosed with celiac, because I have problems with a lot of cross-contamination. So nobody can have a toasty bun in my house. If I can't have it, nobody can have it. No, on the grill, if they put the bun on the bread on the grill, and then they move the chicken there or the burger later, if they don't clean it properly, I get sick from it. So nobody gets toasty buns anymore unless we do them this way, or if we do them on the stove. So we do that. But yeah. So somebody was asking. It's a Char brand. Yeah, totally yummy. All right. So for all the gluten-free people in your life, you can wow them the next time they come over for a burger by having a good bun for them, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tenderize the meat, okay? So yes, this is a Ziploc bag, and this is the only reason why I have Ziploc bags in my house is to tenderize my meat. All right, so I usually double bag it because sometimes, sometimes it pokes a hole in it, right? And I do not want chicken juices all over my kitchen, right? Gross. So I'm just going to take a mallet, right? So this is a Tupperware one actually. And it was a gift. It was, well, I earned it, I think. And so, but yeah, so, and that's the cool thing like about being in Tupperware is that sometimes we have things like this that we're able to get that aren't in our catalog. And so, so sometimes we earn them for free from Tupperware, which is super cool when we get like some special products for free. And so it's just one of those little perks, right? I don't do it for the free products, but it sure is nice. All right, so if you've never tenderized meat before, the big thing is you just kind of want to feel it, because you'll be able to feel if it's broken down, right? And I like to tenderize my chicken before I grill it because it just makes it so tender. If you've ever had grilled chicken and it comes off and it's kind of dry and tough, this is a great way to take care of that. So I don't do this all the time because sometimes I'll do a marinade and I'll just cut the chicken a different way so that it'll cook evenly on the grill. But sometimes I do like to tenderize it, especially if I'm going to be using our grill, right? All right, so I'm going to pull this out. It's nice and heated up. I'm going to slide this over. All right, so I'm going to see if I can bend this down for you guys to see what we got going on here. All right, so this is hot, remember? So I'm going to take that and set it aside real quick. Ooh, these are toasty. Hold on. I forgot to plate. All right, so I'm going to put my buns. They're nice and a little toasty there, right? And if I wanted more toasty, I could easily just like throw them back in there. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a fork to pull this chicken out, and I'm going to put the chicken right into this. And this is going to be a big piece. Remember, these were just 2 chicken breasts. Okay, so now it's nice and flat. And you can hear it kind of sizzle. It's already starting to cook. So I'm just going to kind of push it around to get it kind of centered in there, right? And when it comes out, I'll season it with salt. You can't, sometimes if you season like white meat with salt beforehand, it dries it out. It pulls some of the moisture out of the meat while it's cooking. So I'm just going to toss this in. And I'm going to put it in for about, it's still kind of thick in there. So I'm probably going to put it in for about 3 minutes and check on it and flip it over maybe. And then that way I'll just kind of do it that way. All right. So, all right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and make this aioli. And there are a couple of ways to make aioli, right? They do make mixes that are just kind of like a powdery mix that you just kind of mix with some mayonnaise and such. And then I'm just going to show you how to make one from scratch. That way, if you can't find the powdery mix, you're not out of luck, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm just going to put it in our press. You can mince it as well if you prefer to use your knife or whatever. You could also use our chopper. Sometimes I find when you're just doing like 1 clove of garlic or 2 cloves of garlic, I usually want it to be a little bit, I don't know, I want it to be finer. It gets knocked around in there. There's just like too much space sometimes. And so what you want to do, it's something that you can do as well. Now, those were just raw cloves of garlic, but something that you can do is you can actually make a foil packet, and you can put your garlic cloves in there with some oil, and then you can pop it into the oven for like 5-8 something minutes at 350 or so. Or if you already have something in the oven, just put it on the edge of the pan with whatever's in there and then pull it out, and it's going to be like a roasted garlic. It's just going to add another layer of flavor on there. But what we want to do is we want to make kind of a paste out of this. So we're going to take the knife and we're going to drag it, right? You see that? So we're going to take the knife. There's still a whole bunch on here. Let me get it off. And we're just going to, sorry, my allergies are crazy today. All right. And we're just going to drag this to just kind of like mush it down into a paste. You see how that's getting nice and pasty? It's not quite as, it was minced before, and now it's getting nice. And what's this going to do is this is going to bring out so much flavor in this garlic. It's going to be delicious, like seriously delicious. And you probably could buy a garlic paste, I guess. But I mean, like, you know, if you already got garlic cloves anyways, now you can do it yourself. And you don't have to worry about having all these different things in your house. Like those jars of like minced garlic and jars of chopped garlic and garlic paste. You can do it all yourself, right? All right, so that is that. All right, and then this is just a half a cup of mayonnaise, and we'll have this this recipe out for you. Lydia was working on it for us. Lydia, who went first, she is our recipe guru, right? So she actually types all these recipes up for us, and she's amazing. So we have Lydia to thank for all these recipes that you're going to get here tonight. All right, so so we have our mayonnaise in there, and then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this. I'm going to, you know, mash this one more time. Oh my gosh, look at that! Oh, it's going to be so tasty. All right, so I am going to put that right in there. Yum, yum. All right, so we're done with these things. Let me get them out of my way. And then I'm going to put a little bit of, I want to use a different knife. I'm going to use, put a little bit of lemon in there. Not a lot, okay? Because if you put a lot in there, it's going to really alter the taste. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit. And here's the thing. Say you put too much lemon in there, right? Because I've done that before. I've put too much lemon in here and I'm like, woo, when I went to taste it. All right, all you have to do is add a little bit more mayonnaise. It's no big deal, right? That's the cool thing about like when you're making sauces and such. I said, oh, I got this over here. When you're making sauces and things like that, and I'm just gonna do like, this is about like half a teaspoon, right? I'm gonna throw that in there. All right. But when you're doing sauces and you taste it and you're like, ooh, it's too tart, or ooh, it's too something, just keep adding stuff. You know, it's not really a science. You know, it's not like baking where you need to be super accurate or it won't come out right. You know, you're stirring it and it's going to come out right. Oh, I could whisk this actually. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Oh, this is new. I usually use avocado oil. You can use whatever it is that you have on hand. I just happen to pull this olive oil out. I use lots of different oils. Amy was talking about using the, she was talking about using coconut oil. Yeah, coconut oil, avocado oil. Sometimes I use like lard, like I use all kinds of crazy stuff sometimes. Just trying to just try out different flavors. Different oils give different flavors. And sometimes you want your oil to flavor and other times you do not, right? You want it to just like add a smooth, buttery taste. All right, so there's that. Let's check on this chicken. All right. Whew. Oh, and I forgot, I also sauteed up some onion over here, right? So I could have some caramelized onions. Now, here's a key to caramelized onions. You can just, you know, put them in a pan and add some oil or fat or whatever to it to help give them that like caramelized sort of flavor. You can also add a little bit of sugar. So if you like sweet caramelized onion, if you add a little bit of sugar in there, it is really, really tasty. So don't be afraid to throw a little bit of sugar in there and it will just like add just a little sweetness to that. All right, so this is not done, I can tell by just the way it feels, right? If you don't know that method, you can Google it. You can actually like squeeze parts of your hand and it'll tell you like, if it feels like this, it's not cooked all the way, all that kind of good stuff. I learned that when I was in school because I took culinary classes a lifetime ago. And so I'm going to put this in for just another 2 minutes. It doesn't need much, right? And then I want to just kind of take a quick taste of this and make sure it's like the right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much salt. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit more mayonnaise to that. See, it's so easy to fix things, right? But oh my gosh, that garlic, oh, that fresh garlic has such a great bite. Oh my goodness, it tastes so good. All right. So this is a super simple recipe that you can totally wow your friends with. And you want to use mayonnaise in this. Somebody just commented something about mayo. You want to use real mayonnaise in this, because if you use Miracle Whip, it'll alter the flavor, because Miracle Whip has a sweetness. It's actually not a mayonnaise. It's more like it's considered a dressing. So it just adds too much flavor to it. So that's why you kind of want to stick with mayonnaise for this, because it doesn't have a sweet flavor. It's more of a savory flavor, but it's so good. And oh my gosh, we like seriously, we dip French fries in this. We've dipped chips in this. Like, it's so doggone good. Like, you are going to love it. And when you serve it at your next like party or whatever, people are going to be like, what is this? What is this sauce for your burgers? And people are going to be like, oh my goodness. So we're just going to take that chicken out, and then I'm going to cut it to the size of my bun. Right. And then you can double up the chicken or not. I'm going to put some of the aioli on both sides of the bun, put some onions. I'm like, what is it called? Put some onions on there, and then go ahead and put my chicken on there. And it is such a delicious, healthy slider for you to be able to enjoy in the summer months, right? All right, thanks everybody.
Because I wanted to show you this amazing kit. As you look at this kit, I want you to think about what if. You know, we're going to hear from Angela right now, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her Tupperware story. And you have some choices to think about as you hear about Angela's Tupperware story. One of the things that Angela did in this Tupperware business is she decided to join the Tupperware business. And let's hear from Angela about when she made the decision to go ahead and try out the Tupperware business. Take it away, Angela.
Hey everyone. Hello. My name is Angela, and I'm one of the Tupperware directors here with Champion. And I have been doing this for about 5 years now. I couldn't believe it was 5 years now. It goes by so fast. I am 46 years old, and the reason I tell you that is because I have 2 small children at home. They are 6.5 and 8. And what Tupperware has done for us is the ability to keep me home. That's when they were babies back there. Okay. But they're not babies anymore, and they're sleeping. But it made it that we could keep me home and still have an income coming in to help with bills, extras, things like that. Within the first year and a half, we had taken our credit card debt and completely paid it off with just Tupperware money, nothing else. Basically every party I did, every sale I did, I took a portion of it, set it aside, made extra payments, and was able to tell my husband, guess what? We don't have any credit cards. So that was a huge thing with Tupperware that made me realize this is kind of my thing. Also, when I was 3, my mom sold Tupperware. And I remember going to parties with her and passing out pens and being this little girl just walking around, and everybody thought, oh, look how cute. And I was like, oh, I could do this. So now my children, Anthony and Barrett, they come with me a lot. If I have outdoor vendor shows, things like that, they stop up with their dad. One of them always wants to stay behind and hang out. They talk to people. You know, when they go to school, they wear their Tupperware shirts. They also, it's super cute because they will say to somebody at the pool, oh, that's not a Tupperware water bottle. You should probably go talk to my mom. And it honestly is a great conversation starter. The other thing we have done is with moving up through the channel of Tupperware and moving into director status, we no longer have to worry about one of the payments on our vehicle. What's wonderful about Tupperware is you get the options. I like options when it comes down to things. I like that I can choose a vehicle or I can choose the money. We have chosen the money for the last couple of years, and we basically pay our van note because booster seats, car seats, things like that, doing vendor shows, lugging everybody around, taking animals to the vet, things like that. It really just worked out for us at this time to do the car cash. And, you know, Tupperware has been an eye-opener. You know, people always say things like, oh, it's this, it's that, you're selling bowls. Could it really be more? It is more. People come to my table or they come to the parties and they share the experience with me of a bowl that their grandma used and their grandma's passed. And a lot of times we end up in tears at the end. And it makes me at that moment realize I'm going down the right journey here. But also it's been wonderful to help families. I have a very nice team. They have become part of our family, mine and my husband's. And we're there through births, weddings, funerals, and more. So I have taken on another team myself. And I will say, coming into this team, especially with Champion, there was a day when we were still going to the studio about 2.5 years ago, and I know Pam's going to remember this. I was driving to the studio, and I live in Mentor, Ohio. So I'm about an hour and a half with traffic because I go through downtown, but it's like my time. I received a phone call. A friend of mine had passed away completely out of the blue. The girl was always smiling, happy, beautiful, 2 gorgeous children. I was there when her first son was born. It's the first baby I ever saw born. And I got to the studio and I was sat in the car and I wasn't going to go in. And something told me to go in. And I went in and I went up to Pam and I said, can I talk to you for a second? And I told her what happened. And she says, you need to be here today. That's why you drove here. You need us and we need you. And meeting started a little bit late because Pam and I were sitting in the back talking, and I was really dealing with this hard. And it was the best thing for me to get in my car that day. And something made me not miss my meeting and go there, because what happened was Tupperware became another family for me that I needed. It's a blessing. My parents are still with us, and my grandma who's 93. But I will tell you, there have been times that I have gone in to talk to directors or other consultants, and I was able to say, hey, I'm going through this right now. Can I have your opinion? And no one has ever looked at me like I was crazy, had 3 heads. Well, sometimes they look at me like I'm crazy and have 3 heads, but I'm also 46 with 2 small children. But it's really about the family. And that's what I talk to people about. When I'm like, hey, join my team, let's talk about this. Let's talk about, you need to make some extra income. A lot of times the people that reach out are the ones who they need an extension of their family. And that's what I feel I get from being with everybody for 5 years. Yes, when you are down, a couple weeks ago, I went through a small scare. We weren't sure what was going on, health issue, female stuff. And, I went to Pam and talked to her, and I opened up to a couple other people. As soon as my appointments were over, messages, what's going on? And it was, wow. Granted, everything was a positive outcome. If you look on the page for Thursday night, I did post pictures of how my husband and I went out and celebrated, and, I'm good to go. You can't get rid of me that easy, guys. But I just want people to know it's way more than selling Tupperware. It's really not. It's not selling Tupperware at all. It's listening, learning, and experiencing. Sorry, that's my crazy phone. And going forward and knowing that you have to have an open mind and let people in. And that's what Tupperware has honestly taught me in 5 years. Not only could I pay off bills by selling a bowl, but I could gain a family that has held my hand and my heart more than I think a lot of them know. So, and I was super excited to see our invite for Tuesday for lunch with Pam and them, because it's been too long and I miss my family. So that's all I got.
All right. Yay, Angela. We know helping you through that time was really precious to all of us, because so many of us have been through that rough time. And, it's really important for you to know we were here for you, and we'll be here for you whatever the next time or whatever happens. That's what this is about. And, some people come into our business not knowing, thinking they're coming in for money, but you find out that you come in for money and you stay for the friendship, or you come in for the friendship and, you stay for the money. It might happen, it's just, you don't know sometimes why God leads your path this way, but you might be listening tonight thinking, I wouldn't mind having a new group of friends, or finding some, I wouldn't mind having some extra money, or I wouldn't mind having all that product she's looking at right there. This is the Tupperware kit. It's over $350 for the Tupperware. Your cost is only $109. And this is the business kit. Now, what's nice about it is this sells for $69. And all of this would be available for $109. This is the Wondelier bowl set that sells for already $45. This is a thank you bowl that you were looking at. The measuring spoons and measuring cups that are so nice to have in everybody's kitchen. You always need new measuring spoons and measuring cups. I love our water bottle. The spatula that we were showing tonight, one of the fridge smarts, and you need multiples of these. This is not going to do you much good. You're going to need lots more of those. Our breakfast maker, one of our round seals with our beautiful crystal wave, one of our straws, and our Eco Plus product line. We are one of the very first companies. Only 4 companies have actually went together and created this whole line. And I will tell you, this is designed from product that was once thought to be only one-time use plastics. And we have taken those products out of the garbage dumps and out of the ocean, and we've made those one-time use plastics made to be recycled and usable again. We are changing the world. Those products that were garbage to thrown away, filling our landfills, filling our oceans with the plastic, and all plastics are not created equal. We can now take that, recycle that, and Tupperware, one of 4 companies that created and now has patented that whole system to recycle that. And that is now called Eco Plus. And we've created that, and we're making things happen. We've just given $1 million to the national parks. You want to be part of a company that are making those kind of things happen for our world. You know what? That's something that's remarkable. And I'm proud to be part of a company that's making those kind of things change in our world. You know what? One of the things that's so remarkable about our company and just makes me feel so good is what we've done for women over the centuries. We had the very first woman on a business magazine, and that was Business Weekly, and that was Brownie Wise, the very first Tupperware woman on the front cover of a business magazine. And that is something to be so proud of. And look at us today, still helping primarily women start businesses today. With as little as $109, you could be making 6 figures someday. And it can happen, and it does happen all the time. And it can happen for you. What if you had the next success story at Champion Enterprises? You know, for starting tonight, we have a deal for you. Tupperware does, and Champion does. And the Tupperware deal is, if you join the Tupperware family in the month of May, they would like to give you the $84 set for only $15 when you place your first order of $40 or more. That doesn't mean you have to buy the $40 order. You have to sell Tupperware and submit your first order this month, and they will let you purchase this set for only $15. This is the Fridge Smart set. This will make all your produce last you 2 to 3 times longer, including the broccoli, which is a Tupperware challenge and will last you 21 days. Now, broccoli for 21 days is crazy, right? I don't know about you, but I've had broccoli so long, I didn't know whether to feed it or eat it when I went to look at it. And crazy. Strawberries, 8 to 11 days, and beautiful. And strawberries are just, just fuzzy and nasty looking after 3 to 4 days. And it really can make a huge difference in your refrigerator and prolong the life of your fruits and vegetables and save you a lot of money. And then we at Champion have a gift for you as well. And tonight, if you submit tonight with your Tupperware lady, you will get a gift from Jim and I, and we are the business owners here at Champion Enterprises. And it is my favorite set of Tupperware bowls. And I have had them in my kitchen since, honestly, the day I joined Tupperware, which has been 39 years ago. I know, it's crazy, right? I joined Tupperware to get out of Tupperware. And I'll be honest with you, I tell everybody, I got in to get out. And guess what happened? Tupperware got into me and I couldn't get out because when I joined Tupperware, I promised myself I would get out as soon as I found out it wasn't real. And when I found out it was smoke and mirrors, and when I found out it was a bunch of just not, phony people and it wasn't real, I was leaving because I wasn't going to hang out for that. And I'm here today. because it's real people, and it is good families, and it is legit, and it's honestly the most amazing company. And I still today am just marveled at the opportunities that I can give other people. And that's what gets me excited. That's what just drives me and gets me so pumped about the opportunities every day that I can wake up in the morning and think about whose life can I change today. Well, today, if you join our business, I get to give you my favorite bowls. And that is this $45 set of bowls. And I want to give them to you for free. When you join us today before midnight, you get this entire set of bowls, and you get them for a gift from Jim and I for joining our business in our birthday month of May. And you know what? Brownie Weiss said, if you're not changing people's lives, then you're not taking care of your purpose. And I believe in changing people's lives. I believe in living with a purpose. And I want to start tonight. I want to make a difference in your life. And I hope that you let me do that. So join our team tonight and let's get it started. And you know what? If you choose tonight, the bowls are free. Absolutely free, just for join our team. If you want to think about it, that's okay too. And if you choose to wait, then after tonight, if you choose to join tomorrow or the next day or the next day, we're going to give you 30 more days. Actually, not 30. You have until June 10th. And if you choose not to join tonight, if you sell $1,000 before June 10th, you can still have the bowls, and they are free if you sell $1,000 before June 10th. But if you do it tonight, they're free without having to have anything except join our team. Is that a deal? That's a deal. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. And now we're going to turn it over to Jenny, who's our first trivia game answer winner. And our first answer was how often is there a Tupperware party?
Great, and it's 1.4 seconds.
Every 1.4 seconds, there's a Tupperware party in the world.
And January Beamer got it first.
Her name is January.
Her name is January Beamer. She is with Don Jameson.
Don Jameson, that is a really cool name, January. My birthday's in January. I love that name. All right, and so you are the winner of Pam Swag and free Tupperware. And so we're going to send it to you. Make sure you send your address to me, January. You can send that through Dawn. She'll send it to me through private messenger on Facebook. And then our next trivia question was, how many countries is Tupperware sold in? Who's our winner?
Jessica Huffman Dunn with Sierra Fannin.
Okay, Jessica Huffman Dunn
Yep.
with Sierra. And so, and how many countries is it sold in?
100.
Over 100. Yes. Congratulations, you're the lucky winner. And so make sure that I get that address sent to me, Sierra. And we have 2 lucky winners. Now we're turning it over to Jessica. Jessica, how many hosts did we have on tonight?
Hi, everyone. We had hosts. 9.
9 hosts
9.
tonight.
Yes.
Okay. And Alexa, give us a random number, but do you have them numbered already, Jessica?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alexa, give us a random number between 1 and 9. 5. Which host is number 5?
Number 5 is Myra with Christy Jackson. Congratulations.
Right. Host draw. Congratulations, Christy. Make sure I get Myra's phone number, address. I don't need her phone number. Address. All right. Now we're looking for our guest drawing for our lucky guest to get free Tupperware. And so we are looking for a number between 1 and what, Jessica?
14.
1 and 14. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 14. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 14. 7.
Number 7. Let me see. It's Alicia with Megan Stifler.
Alicia with Megan Stifler. All right. Alicia, congratulations. Megan, send me out that address. And so that is exciting. All right, guys, I hope you had a great time tonight. Nobody feel pressure. We just want you to be part of our team. We'd love to have you. This is a company of friends. and we certainly like to put you on our friend list. Okay, so have a great night tonight. I hope you enjoyed the ideas and the recipes. We'll post all those recipes. Your Tupperware rep can give them to you right away. We'll be posting them right in our Champion team page. And when you become a member of our team, we'll be adding you to the Champion team page, and we post recipes and ideas and help you build a business and give you all kinds of ideas all the time on how you too can be a success with your Champion Tupperware business. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.